welcome to Mushaira. First you rock, then you roll. You have poetry for the soul. I'm Arshit.
And I'm Abhishek.
And do follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And do subscribe to the channel. Today we are going to review
The Introvert's Banter by Rabia Kapoor.
self-explanatory title. Without any further ado, let us begin.
I don't really have anything to say that hasn't been said before. I don't have any claims to make that haven't been claimed before. I don't have any movements to organize that haven't been moved before, but I like to write. And I like people to listen, and I've never really been heard before. The only problem is I'm not much of a storyteller. I'm 18 years old, and I've lived too dull a life to say something that will stick. I wish I was the kind of person that gave their audiences goosebumps, the kind of people that know exactly when to pause, when to raise their voices, and when to drop it to a whisper. The people that have crowds around them at parties because they're telling some amazing story with no actual beginning, middle, or end. But they have so much charm that the other guests are practically applauding by the end of it. Bastard. No, really, I hate people with charisma and self-confidence and that lack of social anxiety. The kind of people who enter a room and boom their greetings and then go up to others and start conversations. Who does that? You know what I mean? The kind of people who don't look determinedly at the floor if they see someone they recognize at the mall, and who, if their hair is long enough, don't hide behind it when anyone says anything to them. Sometimes, I wish I could go up to actors after a performance and just tell them how good it was. Instead of staring at my shoes and mumbling something incoherent like, nice one. Or even just maintain eye contact with the shopkeeper and ask him how much the fucking cup noodles cost. Okay, look, I'm sorry this poem, or lack of poem as it turns out, is not a comment on feminism, or sexism, or racism, or existentialism, or nihilism, or even fucking love. I'm sorry this poem doesn't rhyme. I'm sorry this poem has no rhythm. I'm sorry this poem lacks similes and metaphors and analogies that blow your mind, but above all, I'm sorry this poem is offensive to extroverts because honestly, fuck you. This poem is for all the introverts out there, all the shy little creeps who sit in corners at parties, sipping their drinks and talking to the household pets. Because the truth is, extroverts are ruining our lives, and somebody needs to take a stand. Because there's always some confident asshole who talks over the shy guy in the group who actually has a really bizarre story to tell. And that anxious kid who fumbles and chickens out of telling this joke he heard because of some socially secure moron who always gets his punchlines right. And what is it with that one outgoing motherfucker who always frames his sentences perfectly while speaking? I mean, how do you know what you're going to say if you haven't written it down beforehand? So this is for the people with great ideas and funny anecdotes to share who never get heard. The people who could potentially change your life but are always talked over. The people who you missed out on just because you were listening to the loudest person in the room. The people in this room, aspiring poets, novelists, playwrights, songwriters, who are all screwed because of extroverts who just waltz in, adjust the spotlight until it's shining over them, and then smile. That big, radiant, extrovert smile, leaving us hiding, cowering behind sheets of paper and notebooks and Word documents on battered laptop screens with no choice but to bang out our magic, our passion in the form of written word. So this is for the writers, who can make your soul collapse and churn with a piece of paper, who can turn your brain into a sweltering storm of fat flowers and the smell of sunlight, who can make you sob into your living room sofa in the middle of the day, who can make you believe anything, transport you anywhere, but whom you never heard and never saw because they're shy. So this is for the writers. Because yeah, sure, you talk a good talk and yeah, you walk the right walk, but can you write? That's it.
What do you think?
I I think this was great. I think such platforms and books are the way that introverts can speak what they want to the world.
That's all.
I think, yeah, that is the first impression.
Okay, so when she started the poem, okay, I didn't realize it was a poem, okay, which is a good thing, okay, which is a compliment, that you just go into it as if you're having a conversation with the audience, and the first time it clicked me that it was a poem was when she rhymed a bit, okay. I disagree with her when she says that this poem has no rhythm. It had a rhythm. It didn't have much of a rhyme. It
No,
didn't
no,
have a
I
rhythm.
think what she meant to say while saying that sorry, this does not has a rhyme was to just question the.
No, I get that. But it did have a rhythm. A very slightly, it was in beat actually. It was in offbeat, but a slightly subtle rhythm. Okay, it did have a rhythm, and that is what hooked me on. Okay, it got me in to the poem, and and she was going well for the first 2 or 3 stanzas, I believe, and there was a point where she fumbled, but she picked up fantastically from there. Okay, she just went on, and this is just me talking about the poem itself. Okay, and not what she said in the poem, and then she went, and then ended with a good note. Okay, and it was like good. It was like a good poem. Okay, entirely I feel that thankful that this person exists. Okay, that good poetry exists. Okay, there's nothing much that I could complain about this. Okay, except for that slight, I wouldn't call it a fumble even. A fumble as in, she forced that thought, and I pointed to the screen. I don't know the exact
I
position.
think as an introvert, we can give her that. In front of an audience, she could fumble a little.
No, that's fine. Obviously, she has, reversed it. And I would like to say a lot about that as well. But that was my whole take on the poem. A central theme, a unique theme, okay. Not something out of the blue, but something that was not cliched, as she herself
something
said.
is relatable.
Okay, something very relatable. She had a message, she delivered. Okay,
Yeah.
that and brilliantly. Okay, simple words, simple language, and just clicked with your audience. That was my take on the poem itself. Now, what she said in the poem, okay, she said many things, and she put it under the umbrella of introverts. Okay, first that point which you mentioned that about rhyme and rhythm and about poetry having all those things. I agree, poetry does not have to have all those things. Okay, but that does not mean that you say anything you want. Okay, it has to have some kind of structure.
Some
Okay?
poetic device.
Okay, not even like a poetic device as such, but it has to have that flow to it. Okay, I think it was Hemingway who said that free verse is not truly free. Okay, and free verse is something that does not have meter, rhyme, rhythm, but it just has that ability. It has that orchestration to bring the reader or the audience. Okay,
Grasp the attention.
to grasp attention, to bring them into the flow of the topic, what the poet is trying to say, getting the message across. Okay, that is one thing. Second, of the topics she said, it's not about feminism, sexism, racism, nihilism, etc.
And love.
Most importantly, love. I completely agree with her. Okay, like a lot of this is what I call these buzz topics. Okay, for those of you who don't know what buzz topics are, BUZZ, buzz topics. These are topics that you write something average in it, something okayish in it, something decent in it. But if you write on these topics, it will elevate the theme anyway. Okay, it's just going to because the audience is going to connect with it. They are going to like it anyway. Okay, even if you are not an excellent poet or someone with the ability to what do you say?
It basically caters the demand of the audience.
Audience,
You just
yeah.
cater to what they want, write something about it, and you know because you are supplying what they want and it's going to click.
And I think that part was especially targeted at poets themselves.
Right.
Okay. See, she did not guilt anyone into it, but she said, see, this is a poem.
So don't
that
expect that.
This is a poem that is something different, okay, which makes it good, and I'm going to make sure that you appreciate this, right? And that was the second point, okay. And the third part of the content of the poem was she spoke of introversion, and of everything that I've read about introverts, people who write about introverts, or people how they show introverts in movies or in TV shows, in other media as well. This was by far the best I've seen, but I do not completely agree with. Okay, before I give my views on that, what would you like to say? Because you are not an introvert.
Yeah, I am not an introvert, but he is. so from an not from an extrovert point of view also, but I can understand if there is an introvert in a room and there are 5 extroverts, what kind of emotions go in the person's mind is what she basically tried to say. She didn't care for how she was blaming extroverts for how she has been, the person that she is, and how she feels that she is something different, that there's something wrong with her, and that she cannot come out and say things in front of people just because extroverts are just so overpowering, overconfident people who are just filling the room with their radiance when they come in. And you tend to feel intimidated by it, that you tend to feel that, is there something wrong with me? Should I be much more open? Or is there, basically, even if I go in a party, I look for people, who are like-minded with me so that I can chat with over a drink. I basically feel that introverts, miss out because maybe there's no other introvert in that party first. So which is why they feel such strong feelings, towards extroverts rather than speaking about introversion itself. I felt it was towards the later part going towards why extroversion is, the thing that is making her feel so different and so left out in the social world.
See, okay, so basically my views on introversion as a whole. See, it is not a disease as many people say, and even like in some parts of her poem, it did feel that she was kind of saying ki this is something that is holding me back. That is not something that has to hold you back. I know it is a problem in certain situations, right? But it is not something that always holds you back. Introversion is a personality, okay?
Right.
You don't like to go out and party. You don't like to go out and dance. You don't like to be the center of attention. You just want to, sit down, have a good book, with a cup of tea or coffee, and just relax. Be with yourself. See the world from the corner, like she said. What's going on. Be alone. It tires you out. Social interaction, it tires you out. It drains out your energy. Okay, you find it very scary to approach new people, strangers. Like she said, the shopkeeper, or even any new teacher, or some new person. You cannot just go out and greet them. And if they greet you, you just shrug off. That is one thing. That is a personality. Okay, there is no cure to it as such. The other thing that she said is that this person is too shy to do anything. As a writer, as a poet, and as a performer, they are not able to come forth, and it is holding them back. They get social anxiety. That is something which is usually in correlation with introversion, but it is not directly related. Because if that was the thing, if that was the case, then I would not be able to be on this channel, okay, in front of a camera, okay, or even on the stage, That is something, that I leave behind, okay. Social anxiety is one thing that you can overcome despite being an introvert. Okay.
Social anxiety and social anxiety disorder are two different things. You can have social anxiety, normal amount of social anxiety of a lot of social situations. That does not mean that you have to think that you have a particular disorder or you are less or you are more. Just that most people don't understand you, and that is how the world is today.
See, people do understand. The only thing is that because of certain media influences, it has been portrayed in such a way that being an introvert means you are sick. Okay, there's something wrong with you. You know, movies. I won't name the movie, but you will probably guess that. There is this movie or a lot of movies like this, where a person is an introvert, and then just overnight, because there is some realization that I need to go out and
Speak more, do
no, just have a blast in my life, and there's an incredible makeover that the person has. Okay, like first it is shown as a very nerdy person. The clothes are very old, vintage.
And
there are glasses, and then hair is all combed, tied up. That kind of person. And then next day is just like completely different. Okay, vibrant colors and just shouting out. Just going.
party.
That is what people believe. Okay, that if you want to enjoy life, okay, what introverts need is just someone pushing them from the back. You just dance now. Okay, I put you in the center of
Like
dance.
to get noticed.
But that is horrifying. Okay, that is a horrifying experience. If you are put in the center of a dance floor, okay, or if you can't swim and you're just thrown into the swimming pool, there might be a chance that you would swim to survive. Okay, but would you enjoy that? No. Okay, would that be? And especially the people that I know, especially even me, okay, we have strong memories associated. So if someone does that to us, okay, and that horrifying experience stays with us somewhere repressed, okay, it is going to come back later and haunt us.
Right.
Okay, that is something that you should not do to any of your friends who are introverts. Okay, but that does not mean that introverts cannot speak up. Okay, when times require, when they have the talent, when they have the perspectives which they want to put forth,
They will have the best of the opinions, is what I've noticed. Fresh, and they are much more self-aware. They are much more conscious of what they are speaking, and they are much more clear about the opinion about a particular topic, rather than in comparison to the socially outgoing people who have socially influenced opinions. They have much more self-remunerated opinions when compared to the socially outgoing people.
And again, coming back to social anxiety, see, any person who goes up on stage, okay, is going to have the jitters, as you said, shaky legs, and the throat is going to dry up.
Yeah.
Any person, introvert, extrovert. Just the thing that extroverts, they have this thing, it's happening with me, but
it will go away.
It will go away, or something like that. Introverts think that, oh, this is something that is going to hold me back.
No.
Okay, that is the only thing that relates anxiety to introversion. Otherwise, it happens with everyone. And once I realized that I could, go on the stage to perform, in front of crowds of hundreds, and just speak with confidence whatever I have. Then come on this channel, speak in front of the camera, okay, and it works out just fine, okay.
Yeah.
And she put that, I would say 90%. Okay, that 10% is that somewhere it just felt that that correlation she enforced on it. But overall, this poem I liked. Okay,
I also like it. Yeah.
Like, love this poem. Okay, this is like the poetry you should go for. Okay, so do let us know if there are any other similar poems you would like us to review. Do let us know in the comments if there are other poems you would like us to review. Do follow us on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe to our channel. See you.